In my last YouTube video, I looked at the slow 12/8 blues. Now you also get slow 6/8 blues. The time feel is the same in both of these time signatures. You have 3/8 notes to each beat, so it's kind of this feel, but. Okay, so the bars in 6/8 time are half the length of the bars in 12/8 time, but they have the same sort of feel. In this video, I'm going to show you a slow 12/8 blues song called Same Old Blues. I'm going to show you the version recorded by Freddie King. This is from his album called Getting Ready, and it was recorded in 1971. This tune was a recommendation from one of my subscribers, Cliff, so thanks for that. And if you've got your own recommendation, then don't forget to leave me a comment below, and you never know, it might get featured in a future GBS video lesson. This version of the Same Old Blues features the excellent Donald Duck Dunn on bass. Now I love it when I stumble across a tune that I don't know that's got Duck Dunn on it. He's a real favourite of mine. He's such a classy bass player. I've written out his whole bass line note for note in notation and tab. You can get that on a free PDF by clicking the link below this video in the description. That will be helpful to have for this lesson. The Same Old Blues is in 6/8 time, so you need to count 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So for each beat we have 3/8 notes. Unlike in 4/4 time, we have 2/8 notes to the beat. In this song, listen to the snare backbeat on beat 2. This will keep you in time. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay, so that will help you to kind of stay in groove with the drummer. This song is a 16-bar blues. It doesn't follow the usual 12-bar blues progression with chords 1, 4 and 5. It's got different chords in there. It's got a 1-3-6 progression and a 2-5-1 progression. There's also an extra bar in the second chorus and in the intro as well. This is a chord progression. So we've got a bar of D, a bar of F sharp 7, 2 bars of B minor. Then we've got a similar thing, a bar of D, a bar of F sharp 7, a bar of B minor, and then we've got this 2-5-1, which is A minor 7, D7, and then to G, G sharp diminished, D over A, D over C, B7, E7, A7, D and A. So it's a lot of chords to think about, but once you've learned that progression, you can use the same one for each of the choruses. If you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. And if you click the bell and select all, you'll get notified as soon as I release a new video. First of all, let's look at chorus 1. We'll look at the intro later. So there's a kind of few different patterns, rhythmic patterns here that Duck Dunn plays. First of all, sometimes he just holds the root note down for the whole bar. So when you're playing in 6/8 time and 12/8 time, you want to keep the bass line fairly minimal. There's a danger of overplaying in this style. Don't do that. Keep it nice and minimal, okay? So the first bar, we just kind of start with this D here. And then for the F sharp. And then we've got this pattern here. Okay, so all we're doing there is a blues, it's a kind of step down here. We're just playing the approach notes to B. Like so B's here, we're just playing the 2 chromatic notes above it. Okay, so D, F sharp. Okay, so to count that, I'd count the whole bar 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so for that F sharp bar, you want to make sure that you count 2 before you play the C sharp and the C. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And that's where you wait for this backbeat on the snare. 1, 2, 3, boom, din, din, din. Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom, din, din, din. Okay, you'll see that throughout the bass line whenever you've got these kind of approach notes. Then when we move on to the B minor, we've got some nice muted notes in this bass line. These are short 16th notes, kind of swung 16th notes like this. 2, 3. Some of those 16th notes are muted and some aren't. It doesn't really matter what you do there. It's just to add a little bit of kind of rhythm to the bass line. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So you're just put all your whole hand down there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, it comes right after that last 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And there we're just stepping up to D. Okay, a chromatic walk up, a blues walk up. The 3 frets below D. Okay, and we've just got an extra B. Okay, so it's all about timing and counting in this in 12/8 and 6/8. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 2. Okay, so that D comes on the last 8th note. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so when I notate these muted notes, I've got to kind of put them somewhere, but you can kind of play them on any string really. But after that B minor on the second line of the chorus, I'm kind of doing it on a where the D is. Okay, so it's quite faint on the recording, but you can definitely kind of hear these muted notes in there. Now when we move on, we've got this G, and I can definitely hear on the recording this note, but that's a big jump there. Okay, so as we go through the bass line, there are a few kind of weird high bass notes that jump out, so I'm kind of thinking there's a possibility that it's double tracked, a few extra notes. It could be some kind of spill from the guitar, but I can hear that note there. But you can equally well just play a muted note on the low G. Okay, if that's going to interrupt the flow too much, just play a low G. Okay, so really get those kind of snappy 16th notes in there. And then we've got this. Okay, instead of going, so that again, they're just approach notes for the E. F sharp, F, E. We're playing that an octave higher. F sharp, F, E. Okay. All right. So in this time feel in 6/8 or 12/8, you've got these kind of common patterns. You use a lot of these common patterns. Okay, I'm going to play the whole of chorus 1, so have a listen or just join in with me, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, so when you're playing this with the recording, you've got to have a really good sense of the time there, really lock in with the drums, kind of plays it nice and relaxed, okay, but don't pull back too much. Always listen for that backbeat as well. If you want to work on your blues bass playing and improve it, then check out my blues courses. I've got one called Walk the Blues, The Birth of British Blues, and the Blues Jam Night Survival Guide. So you can find details of these courses below in the description, or head straight over to gbshed.com, click the products tab and then click courses. Duck Dum varies what he plays in each chorus. You could just learn this one and play it for the other 3 choruses. That would work. But it's good to put some variations in and actually to add your own ideas as well. I'm now going to show you some of the variations in the different choruses. The first bar of chorus 2 is nice. It's got a nice slide here. Okay, that kind of step down. But just slide up, just a short slide. It's really effective there. It really brings that note out. Okay, so then we've got that high F sharp instead of the low one, okay? Alright, again in this, if you look in bar 34, we've got that high, okay, there, but you don't have to do that, but I'm sure it's in the recording, okay? We've got some nice kind of approach notes if you look in bars 38 and 39. Okay, again, we've got those 2 frets below the note that we're landing on, the root note we're landing on, which is A. So we've got B, B, flat, A. Okay, then we've got the extra bar. I'll look at the last 2 bars. There's a really juicy feel here. Okay, we've got some interesting note choices here. Okay, so what that is, if we look at this arpeggio down here, okay, if we just do a normal major triad on A, we have this, but we've got this. So it's an augmented 5th, which just means it's upper fret, a sharpened 5th. So we've got those notes. Okay, and then we just do a walk up to the D. So from open A, because you're right up here, just use the open A, B, C sharp, and into D. Now, it's got some really nice articulation here. The note lengths, short, short, long, long, okay? So have a listen to this again and just listen to those short notes. Okay, Duck Dunn's the real master of articulation, how he varies his notes. Okay, so articulation includes slides, bends, short notes, long notes, that kind of thing. How much attack you put on the notes. So changing those subtly can make a big, big difference. And at the time, the drums are boom, 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 playing a pattern. So you help the drums to emphasize that pattern. The second bar of chorus 3, the guitar solo, has got a really nice, just a quarter note that's put in, okay, that really sticks out. It's really nice. I'll play it from the beginning. So it kind of changes the rhythm up there. It's the only time you have that rhythm in the whole bass line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, boom, boom. Okay. Also, it's interesting, those note choices you could do with the G, but Dunn varies it and puts a G sharp in. So 1, 3, okay, so that's really, really nice, that quarter note there. It's got a slight slide. Just slide down to that B. You haven't got much room to do a slide, but slide there. Right at the end of the chorus, we've got some high notes here. Okay, they're very faint, but it sounds to me like bass is doing it very quietly. Could just be guitar, but it sounds like bass, but it's quite nice if you want to put it in anyway. So at the end of the chorus, the last 2 bars. And then into the last chorus, okay? So that's really nice, really short. A flat, G, okay? When you have bits like that, when you're playing that A, just practice a few times, just knowing that you'll go to the 14th fret, okay? And then just look up. Brett's that. And then also it's helpful to know where you're landing next as well. If we look at bars 63 and 64, I can hear some kind of high notes again. This is where I think it might be double tracked. but it sounds quite cool doing this. This sounds the kind of nearest I can get to recording. Okay, because you can hear that note ringing out. 3, 1, 2, 3. So I play the F sharp first and then the low F sharp and hold it on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, now this is extended, this last chorus. You've got a kind of repeated pattern here. When you have the E7, A7, and then that bar of D, D over C, B7. That's repeated a few times. It's a classic kind of blues ending. And then the last line you've got a real classic blues ending there. Really kind of cheesy in a way, but it just works so well. And it doesn't sound cheesy in the actual track. So we're just stepping down. D, C, B, B flat, A, and then E flat, D, and kind of just that type of ending, okay? Now the intro is just the second half of a chorus, okay? You've got some similar patterns in there. You've got that melodic pattern with this one. Okay, that we've played already, okay? You've now got everything that you need to play this bass line. Remember, there's a note-for-note transcription of the whole bass line. You can get that by clicking the link below in the description. And when you're playing this, just remember to keep those 3/8 notes running, that group of 3, like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. Just keep that going in your head. Listen to the backbeat of the drums to help you to know where to place your bass line. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Let me know what you thought by leaving a comment below. Also, if you've got any favourite blues songs of yours, then let me know and you might see it featured in a future lesson. If you felt you got value out of this lesson, you can always buy me a coffee. They're $5. The details are at the bottom of the screen here, or if you look in the description of any YouTube video, you can just click the links there. You can really help me out by liking and sharing this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And check out my website, gbshed.com. I've got all my blues bass courses over there. Also in the description you'll see loads of handy links, including a link to my bass course Walk the Blues. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully see you very soon in the next video.